Author's note, stop flamming the story, prebz, och! Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. She spelled it all wrong. Thanks again, Raven! Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for good Shralet. They really must be a unique band, Dark Cynics. They must be. Oh, you know those share links off left? I almost read the word share as part of the sentence. It confused me. Oh, share, yeah. By the way. Share, yeah, bitches. Rock on. No, please don't.
Now
No.
why are they dragging Cher into this?
Yeah, it's a classic you can share with the whole family. Steven Spielberg, you would make that money. Tiny Toons was a little better than that, and then puns like that. Wait. Anyway. On the night of the concert, oh yeah, this is the chapter did the Scottish accent originally. Oh god, I don't know. Let me not try that, shall we? I am not Zappa. I can't do it. This Ford has had fire innocence all in time. No. The answer is no. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. She went barefoot the rest of the day, basically. Up until that point, he's like, "Hey, now I'm gonna wear something." Boots with high heels. Do they actually make those? I don't. Not that I would know, but that's why I'm asking. Okay. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. What is with her and these fishnets? Is she?
I don't know.
Are her parents fish?
Does she want to make a fish fillet or something?
I think maybe you know what, the speculation is bad for you. Chrono Cross and I'm going home. Then I put on a black don't try to make sense of that. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. Yet she will continue to deny her whorish ways as we go through this fanfic, or at least the author will try to deny it. She doesn't care enough to defend herself. She lets the author do it. I put on matching fishnets on my arms too. Good lord. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. Then how's it straight if it's... Well, maybe straight up that... I don't know. Besides, spiky hair? That seems less goth and more like old school punk or something? It just doesn't seem goth to me. Like, I would know something. Like, I'm not actually goth, obviously, but that doesn't sound right. I felt a little depressed inside. With that hairdo, I'd feel depressed too. So I slit one of my wrists. Did you go the right way? I'm just curious. Because apparently there's a right way and a wrong way, I've heard. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. You know, I think you're doing it wrong if you're... I'm trying to analyze this too much already. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Emphasis, because we need affirmation that she is a goth. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was feeling... Then why'd you do it the first time around? I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. Gotta fuel up on that blood first. Oh, yeah. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. Even though anyway, he was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt they would play at the show, too. We didn't mention this before because we didn't feel like it. Baggy black skater pants. Skaters have their own pants? Black nail polish and a little eyeliner. Author's note, a lot for cool boys or it ock. I didn't need to know that.
Did the author suddenly go German?
I don't even know. It's too depressing trying to figure it out. Speaking of depressing. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We're going to be depressed and cry together for no reason other than plot, if you can... If you can use that word, you know, I use that word very lightly. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. Now I'm going to try to resist references to some of the other people reading this because I think anyway. And flew to the place with the concert. That just feels awkwardly worded for some reason. Kind of like the whole fic, but anyway. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. There's only like 3 bands in the whole world, people did, and this is 3 people that do. Yeah, just yeah. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. Despite the fact that you're saying, right. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. Oh, that makes a horrible mental image. Oh my god. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. Boy, it started pretty fast. I am not singing these fucking lyrics. This is stupid. We're gonna move on. Hope it sounds like plenty people. Yes, just the answer is no. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. I mean, more sad than he's been already. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Multitasking. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me all protective, probably while still moshing. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel. He's going with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch. And yet you think no less of this Joel person. Right. I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Her face is blonde? Well, that'd be one thing to not be terribly blonde, but their face is an entire goat. I mean, it's blonde. The night went on really well, despite Draco getting slightly more depressed than usual, and I had a great time, even though I was depressed. So did Draco. At the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. They really shouldn't have, though. We got GameCube concert tees. Draco and I crawled back in the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't want to go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into ellipses. Dramatic tension. The Forbidden Forest.
Dun, 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 dun. La, 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 la.
Insert Sonic 2 Game Over music. Do, 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 wow, 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 wow. Gee, I wonder why they call it the Forbidden Forest. Let's find out in the next chapter.
In chapter 4. Oh, thank God, it's much shorter this time around.
Good. We're gonna need it. So, if you think you're prepared for it, let's go. Let's go into them.
One more swig.
Yeah, absolutely. I can agree with that. This battle will make your blood cool. Good luck, kid. Press fire to rumble. Yeah.
But of course, before we start any chapter, there's the Anne. I said stoop flamin', okay? Ebony's name is Enobi. Newt Marisu, okay? Where do I start with this sentence?
We're going to start with the contradiction.
Number 1. Ebony's name. Isn't that supposed to be a name? If so, capitalize the E in Ebony. Secondly, you're saying Ebony's name is Enobi? Is it Enobi or Ebony? Make up your damn mind. The spelling I could go without, but mainly if this is supposed to be a demand for saying not Mary Sue okay, then it should end with a question.
Not to mention spell Mary Sue correctly. Just, throwing that out there.
And that was just the first sentence in the Anne. Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. Something tells me that wasn't a French word.
No.
Dinu Ekater before okay.
No, it's not okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you, what we need to have now is somebody's pay the brothers Chaps Trap Strong bad read to this My Immortal and see how much he freaks out because he's such a stickler for grammar and spelling.
Indeed.
He'd probably kill the entire cast. If halfway through he's like, I have no one left to kill. I guess I'm next.
Basically, this would be the same results if he were to run his own children's learning show, only far, far worse.
Can you say, the cheat? Where's he? Christopher Columbus. Not good enough. Minus. Izzy says probably not. I doubt this chick even knows any French basics. She doesn't know any Japanese either, considering she botches that later on.
Oh, yeah.
Konnichiwa, everybody come in. Yeah, you've been forewarned. Run now if you don't want to hear it.
But then again, you're probably sick and twisted enough to even be here.
Exactly.
And with that, I say, you fool!
You fool! Stone Cold, honey. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you are doing?
Actually, I admit I feel better if Gulliver Godfrey would suddenly scream and make the world explode with a double fool. That would probably be better than this.
And in response to that question, that was the year you were in my pants.
This drunken fox is a fruit that beats off to what? Me. I agree, you fool!
Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously.
How do you walk curiously? I'm curious. I'm curious about how you walk out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry, but you good enough. How do you curiously walk out? Maybe George can tell that. Curious George, can you explain this to us?
What the fucking hell? I asked angrily.
No, I thought you asked sweetly. That's just that kind of a question.
Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Like a twig.
If only. Probably thin enough.
Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts.
Then...
Really?
You destroyed the illusion. Forget it. It's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
You gotta fake it. In this world of magic and machine guns later on, they come up and just all this shit. Yeah, if you have to wear contacts, change color of your eyes, you fucking suck. You'd think there'd be a magic spell for that. And there probably is. Lady fucker. Anyway.
Which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore.
That didn't take much.
Oh, good lord, don't...
And then the next sentence I remember now. You had to...
Right, now we're taking the Twilight approach to this. I would be super mad at you, but he does a weird stare. How can I ignore that?
Especially from the sparkly vampire. Draco, that's right, I just called Draco Malfoy a sparkly vampire. I just went there. Only the My Immortal version, though. Because even the actual canon Draco wasn't that bad. Yes, I'm actually going to defend canon Draco compared to this shit. That's okay.
And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately... Why would you end a sentence?
Suddenly, just as I, Draco, kissed me passionately, she missed at least one word in that sentence. There's supposed to be at least a couple of words in between I and Draco. Just, it's like, I don't know, what, just as you blinked? Just as you, time for rape? Time to die? What time is it? Alright.
Time for what? Time to throw this fanfic out the window? Time to throw this fanfic into the trash compactor? Time to throw this fanfic out the window into a trash compactor?
I almost would take Action 52 over this fanfic. I almost would. Except I think that actually takes off.
We can only hope that comes soon. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started...
God, you haven't even...
keenly against a tree.
He's climbing... I'm trying to think of the mechanics of this, and I really shouldn't be.
Ugh.
Trying to insert more logic in here, and it's not possible. She's gonna break me.
He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra.
Strong Man was talking about, the it's versus it's. He should have done one for of versus off, just for this stupid girl.
And of course, this next sentence, you will all say in unison, what the fuck?
I start to tremble.
And I will give you full permission to do so. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time.
What the
Say it with me
fuck?
now. What the fuck?
But no explosion, because that's no, it's not good enough for that.
No. Give it time, though. Give it time.
She'll say fuck. She probably said shit at some point. She probably said a couple other things, but she won't say, you know what? I can't make sense of this. It can't be done. I challenge someone to try it. It can't be done.
We're
Fully
saying
so
fuck,
that's
we're
something
saying
funny.
shit, we're saying so much goddamn crap. Why would they not just say dick and pussy? No, instead we're going with thingy and you-know-what. If you're going to be terrible, go all the way. Don't just go some of the way, then half-ass it the rest of the way.
This is not half-ass theater or half-ass fanfiction for that matter. You can't get away with it. You're not 20th fan either. No. It's so bad. I think I hear stuff being thrown onto the ground and broken on one end.
Exactly.
This is how bullshit this is. Broken glass. Or something.
Oh, oh, oh. I screamed.
I think she
I was
faked.
beginning to get an orgasm.
I think she faked the whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm just being cynical.
If only we could replace it, just so we can make it less painful, into I was beginning to get an organism.
For reasons we can't explain, we will accept that answer.
Exactly. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm.
That's the weirdest kind of multitask. I don't even want... I'm still trying to understand the mechanics here. I'm telling my mind, no, don't process this. But it's trying to anyway.
And then...
One of my favorite lines in this entire fanfic. Eyes in its face.
Okay, if I'm going to do this, I have to be in the proper mood.
Alright. Do what you gotta do, man.
What the hell are you doing, motherfuckers?
Gee, who could have said that?
Ellipses. Dumbledore!
And it was, that shot was so epic, Skype had to take a few seconds to bring you back. Try to auto volume adjust you into infinity. It was Dumbledore? No way! Goldstein! Yay! Well, folks, you know what that means. Now do dance.
That dance cracks me up. You gotta teach me how to do it.
Just gotta shimmy and shake.
Yeah, now I got it.
20xd6.
1936.
20xd6.
1936.
20xd6.
1936.
20xd6.
1936.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that does.
Sorry. Didn't mean to go that far with it, folks. Right. Izzy, do you have anything to say about the last chapter before we move on? Are you scarred enough yet? Are you regretting yet that you sat in on this? Have we made it to that point yet? Together we made it. We made it even though we had a back up against the wall. Wait, I better say that before we're actually done with the pick.
No, not really. You guys kind of summed it all up.
Okay, works.
I guess that means we're doing our job.
As long as